Hi, welcome to Racin-n-Braisin. I'm CJ, and it is Super Bowl Sunday. So let's make a couple of super predictions for the 2025 NASCAR season. In honor of Super Bowl Sunday, on my menu today is some wings. I am going to broil them because I don't feel like bringing out the fryer, and I am trying to cut out my deep fat fried foods, that's for sure. So these guys got marinated for about 4 hours in a simple brine with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, salt, garlic, red pepper flake, and even a little touch of liquid smoke. After the brine, I pulled them out, dried them off, and seasoned them up with some paprika, chili powder, and of course some more garlic because that's always good. And now I'm setting them out on a rack, sheet pan with a rack on it, and they're going to go into the broiler for about 20 minutes, flipping about halfway through. So that's what I'm going to enjoy with the Super Bowl. So, like I said, let's make some big bold predictions. I've got five of them for the 2025 NASCAR season, which is only 1 week away. So first off, speaking of the Daytona 500, my first prediction, nice and bold, is that Chase Briscoe is going to be your Daytona 500 champion. And he is going to do what Martin Truex Jr. and the 19 team were never able to do. So I think that's just kind of just the way fate will kind of slap MTJ in the face after his full-time departure from NASCAR Cup Series racing. If y'all have followed his career, you know about his relationship with Sherry Pollux, and I don't know if many of you followed the aftermath of their sudden and unexpected breakup, but it wasn't pretty, at least from my perspective, and I am not the biggest fan of MTJ personally. So I think that 19 team this year with Chase Briscoe has it in them to win out at the Daytona 500 this year and give that team finally its Daytona 500. So that's prediction number one. Moving on, number two. This is going to be an interesting one, and I personally hope that this is the case. But I say Denny Hamlin and Chris Gale do not gel as driver and crew chief, and they go winless this regular season. Now, that's not to say that I don't think that they'll make the playoffs. I think that they're going to point their way into the playoffs. I do not believe we'll see 16 separate winners. I do think we're only going to get to about that 12 or 13 winner mark and leave a couple of positions open to point their way in for playoffs as we get down to that bit of the season. So number three, I'm going to say that Kyle Larson does not complete the double for a second year in a row. I think the weather gods are going to smite him once again and tell him that he's going to have to make that all-important choice of having to do the 600 over the Indy 500. So I know that one may not be popular of an opinion, and honestly, I hope that I'm wrong on that prediction, because how cool would it be for him to be able to do both in the same day? I think that's good exposure for both NASCAR and IndyCar when a driver can do the double. It just gives great exposure that year. And speaking of that weekend, I don't know if y'all are aware, but I don't believe that Monaco will be raced that weekend. I think it's getting raced the weekend before. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Leave a comment in there if you know better than I do. But I think that's what I understand the case to be this year. All right, moving on. Number four, I am going to say Tyler Reddick is going to be your regular season champion. I think him and that 23-11 team are going to be a force to reckon with throughout the season. They are going to go head to head this year with Kyle Larson, and I think those two are going to be your regular season win leaders. And I think Tyler Reddick is going to edge out Kyle Larson this year for the regular season points championship. And then let's move on to number 5 here, and this one is a personal favorite of mine because I am not his biggest fan. If y'all have known me throughout your life, but I say Kyle Busch, good old RFP himself, will go winless again this year, and he will miss the 2025 playoff. This is going to have big implications for him. As I understand it, it is a contract year for him with RCR. And as we saw last year, the more pressure that he put on the team for them to do better, the more mistakes he ended up making on the track. And I think that's going to continue this year. RCR, I do not believe, is a strong enough team to be able to support Kyle Busch in the areas that he needs to make a somewhat slow car go fast enough, consistently enough to earn a win this season. So there we go. There's my 5 predictions for the 2025 season. As you guys know how this works, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think is going to be your biggest prediction for the 2025 NASCAR season. I'm looking forward to it. These wings are going to be fantastic when they come out of it. I'll be sure to grab a short of how they look before the Super Bowl starts tonight, which I may just watch a little bit of before I decide that it's time for bed for me. So all of y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the football game, and I look forward to seeing you guys again here soon with a reaction from me and Maverick about the start of the 2025 NASCAR season. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.